Hello and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the Skydio 2 drone. I haven't really discussed my thoughts on this tool. I find it to be one of the most unique tools to use when filming cycling. The thing that makes the Skydio drone so much better, in my opinion, than the really good DJI drones is that you can set it to track you and it does all of the work. Now, the video reference that we're looking at, this is from last, or maybe even 2 springs ago. A group of us went out and rode some gravel in the middle of New York, the state of New York. And this was the first time I was using the drone this far out. So I am using the drone with ND filters and I have the exposure locked. So the picture is a little dark here in the shadows, but one of the cool things, you can see me pointing with the remote. I can tell it how far away or where to be in distance from me. It's actually tracking me, and later you'll see that it accidentally starts to track someone else. But it works by using your phone signal and this remote, as well as some kind of fancy algorithm when the computer's watching. So I thought it would be cool to track us climbing up a short hill. Now this is definitely putting the Skydio through its paces. You can see it stopping and going, and that's because our pace is so slow. But it's also monitoring the trees and the foliage and everything around it. As you can see, the sun just came out, so the picture's getting brighter. And it's basically trying to keep a distance to me as well as avoid all the trees. Now the Skydio has 2 lenses or 3 lenses, cameras pretty much, on top of the Skydio, and it also has 3 on the bottom of the Skydio. So what it's doing is it's analyzing, using those cameras and analyzing the area. And each one of those cameras, I'm assuming, is close to 180 degrees, super wide, so it's getting all the information it can. And then there's a camera on the front that's on a gimbal, and it's doing all of the tracking. And as you can see, once we get some speed, it really does these cool dynamic shots like this. It's avoiding the power lines and trying to stay in front of us and swooping around, and it does these really I guess the reason why I like these shots is that it's something that I normally, if I was controlling a drone, I wouldn't do. They feel, when you watch the clip from start to end, it feels really like jittery is maybe the wrong word, but like stop and go and not fluid. But when you see moves like this where it swoops around, tracks me, and swoops back, like that's why I like this drone. Not to use it for really long shots like I'm doing in this video, but to insert these shorter clips into other into videos with other footage. It is really strong drone footage. The way that it swoops and tracks is just like something. Some of these camera moves I wouldn't even necessarily think to do or try to do. And why it's doing this is because it's avoiding obstacles while tracking me. So there's power lines, there's trees, there's all kinds of sun and shade, which makes it hard to track. I also, like I said, I have an ND filter on there, so there's a little bit of motion blur, which makes it really nice. And honestly, the picture out of the camera, like I don't mind the color and the contrast that comes out of the drone straight up. This is unedited footage. Like this little stop and go that it just did right there is so nice, and it swoops through all these trees, and like I just wouldn't even dare to shoot like this, you know. Anyways, this is just a quick thing. I wanted to share my thoughts on this drone, and at the end of this trip, I actually crashed this drone into a power line, and Skydio is replacing my drone for me, so you will see me using this drone in the future. I'm sending it out today, and should have a new drone, hopefully, or at least this drone fixed again in a few weeks. So let me know your thoughts below about drone uses and cycling, and what do you think about this picture and some of these really unique shots. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
So we bring to a close the story of rigid control through the unceasing research and the highest quality.